Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast NFL edition. Today we are, in week 14 of the NFL season, getting closer and closer to the end of the regular season, and the race for the playoffs is really heating up. We got the NFL expert, the EVP of the L7C, Mr. Justin Ackendale. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, brother. Cannot complain. The NFL, shit, 1 o'clock. Those games were a little ass, and then goddamn it, the Bills started playing, and then shit started to pick back up. But I'm good. I'm good.
The Bills started playing. It's true, those 1 o'clock games weren't really the best, but I mean, there's implications all over, even if they are ass.
Yeah, that I was thinking about shit to talk about in the podcast. So while I was watching it, I was like, "Yep, this 1 o'clock window right now is for the love of the game window," because it was like, God, it was like Tennessee Jacksonville. That game sucked.
Yeah.
I had money on Dolphins Jets, so I was locked into that. But that game was low key ass until the Dolphins started coming back. Fucking Panthers and the Eagles. The Eagles low key bullshit in that game. But yeah, some of those games were rough. Shit, the fucking Vikings whooped this shit out the Falcons there in that window. Yeah, that was not. And then of course the fucking Browns. God damn it, I'm so sick of that team. The fucking Browns, man. What can you do?
Oh.
But say, you remember me, Texas. I was like, why are niggas even fans of these motherfuckers at this point anymore? I'm like, this shit. Obviously, I had money on. That's why I was so invested. I'm like, these niggas suck, bro. Like, every single time they get down there, they miss a fucking field goal. Jameis Winston throws it to the other team. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? It's the AFC North. The Steelers are supposed to cover 7 points. Like, what are we doing?
Man, they lost 27-14 to a Steelers team that is 10-3, and no one had that at the beginning of the year.
No, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
So, oh man, and you talk about that Jaguars tank team, that 10-6, that is rough. Looking at
Literally,
that.
for the if you watching that game, you love the NFL because I didn't even have money on that bullshit. I couldn't do it. I was like, bro, these niggas suck.
Oh man, well let's talk about the highest scoring game of the season between two teams, the Bills and the Rams. Bills are trying to keep pace with the Chiefs to potentially get the number one seed. Rams are just trying to stay in the mix. Justin, this was a 44-42 game. The stars were being stars on the offensive side of the football.
Yeah, 86 points total in this game. When the Rams blocked that kick, that punt, I
Mhm.
thought the shit was over. I thought the Rams were about to, really put it on them. And then the second half started. And then, the Rams had 14 points in that third quarter. And then the fourth quarter happened. Josh Allen happened. That was one of the best games I've seen from a single player ever. The man was quite frankly going off. He had 342 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 10 rushes, 82 yards, 3 touchdowns. He accounted for every single touchdown the Bills had.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one. The man was just unbelievable. Matt Stafford, vintage Matt Stafford performance. He was dropping dimes all game long. He had 2 touchdowns. Puka Nakua, where he at? Where that? Puka Nakua went off. Where his stuff up? Yeah, 12 receptions, 162, 1 touchdown. Cooper Kupp got his 5 receptions, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. The game was just incredible. If the Bills didn't dig themselves into that hole, I think they would have won the game. But hey, shout out to the Rams. It was a game that they absolutely needed to win. If they would have lost that game, they would have been they weren't going to be able to make the playoffs because the Seahawks won that day. 49ers came out and got out the grave too, beating the dog shit out the Bears. So the Rams in an absolute must-win game at home went out there and they did what they had to do. They were able to hold on for dear life to that lead because in the fourth quarter, Josh Allen was unstoppable. He was going up and down the field. They literally couldn't stop him.
No, not at all. Like it was just because he accounted for what, three passing and three rushing.
He accounted for every single touchdown the Bills had. Every single one. All 6 touchdowns.
Oh, it's crazy how you have a performance like that, but still, like just the Rams were able to answer back. Like it was just offense galore. Defense just couldn't do anything.
I'm telling you, that was old school Matt fucking Stafford But you give him Cooper Cut and Puka Nakua, and I've been betting on Stafford props the past couple of weeks. He was not getting it done, but this game, everything clicked for him. It was the perfect game. No one was really getting pressure. I don't think none of these quarterbacks were sacked in this
No.
game. Not one time. Yeah, there was no sacks, no turnovers. It was a clean football game. Honestly, just the Rams just put up more points than the Bills, and the Bills had their mistakes early in the game, not be able to move the ball and convert it. But hey, you play that game you play that game 10 times. I feel like those teams will split it.
Yeah. And I mean, Bills have already clinched the AFC East, which again, everyone thought it was just the beginning of the year. They have already clinched. Rams are still fighting for a spot in that very crowded NFC West, and they had to win, so they needed to win more. This is what it is.
They did need to win more, but the Bills want to get that number one seed though, because if they are playing every game in Buffalo the whole playoffs, I'll tell you right now, the Chiefs ain't going up in the Buffalo and beating those niggas in the playoffs. I'll tell you that right now. Not from what I've been seeing the entire year. Absolutely not. We're going to get into the Chiefs pulling off some bullshit again, but
we said it last year and they went in Buffalo.
I don't care. I will be wrong every single time. I'm not picking this team based off of what I've seen, bro. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. These niggas, like you cannot keep winning one score games like that every single week. It's every week at this point now, getting break after break after break. You saw yesterday. Well, I guess they just got the order because you saw yesterday how the Cowboys were in prime position to win that game, and then that fucking debacle.
Yeah, I mean,
block punt. You know, like I said earlier in the group chat, sucks to suck, bro. Like bad teams, bad things happen to them, and the Chiefs are good. But I'm telling you right now, you cannot keep winning games like this and be successful.
Yeah, they win another. Yeah, they win another one. They win their division for a ninth straight year in a row against the Chargers. I mean, it was actually a pretty defensive game until, I mean, yeah, it was what 19-17 final score.
Yeah, Herbert was hot in the second half.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was dealing it. He was dealing that ball, but once it got to the fourth quarter and the Chiefs had the ball with 4 minutes left, I was like,
I already knew.
I was like, fuck, bro. Chargers ain't going to get this shit back. The Chargers will not get this fucking ball back. They kick that field goal. They'll only go up by one. I was like, it's the Chiefs, bro. Like you know you gotta be scoring touchdowns to get these niggas, bro. You can't be kicking field goals and let these niggas have the ball last week. That's one thing I do know about the Chiefs that I will give them credit for. Situationally, when it comes down to that 4-minute fourth quarter offense, they're the best I've ever seen.
I mean, 4 minutes
because you ain't gonna get that ball back.
4 minutes. They need to just get a field goal to win, and it's in Kansas City. Nah, no, hook or by crook, they're gonna get it, and again by crook. And also, this is with a backup kicker, too, because
the third kicker. I think.
Yeah, third
kicker.
Third kicker, who was kicking better than some of these first strings out here, which is kind of crazy. So he might be getting himself a first string job somewhere in the offseason. But, of course, for the game, the kick, you're like, it doinks in. You know, other teams, it doinks out and they lose. But the good teams, it doinks in and they win the game. And Herbert was just like, you got to be kidding.
Bro, it's sickening, bro. It's sickening. You know how many doinks you see go in? I feel like the percentage of doinks that go in is way more than the ones that go in.
Yeah. And they won their 9th straight AFC West division title, which automatically usually gets them closer to a top seed, if not the top seed. And right now they are the top seed if the playoffs started today. I mean, Chargers did show me some things. Like if they can continue on, they may be able to compete with the Chiefs, going forward in the division. But right now, they did it again, man. 19-17, every game besides the Bills game decided by one score.
Nah, but shout out to the Chargers, though, because they were hurt. J.K. Dobbins did not play in that game. Ladd McConkey, their number one receiver, well, at least the one who's been playing the best, most consistent all season, didn't play. And then Quentin Johnson came out and had himself a game. He was holding on to the football, redeemed himself after we watched him on national TV drop those passes against the Ravens. So, Yeah, the Chargers have nothing to be ashamed of. You just gotta come out there with your absolute A game anytime you're playing the Chiefs. And talking about the playoffs, the Chiefs do have a 2-game lead over the Bills for that number one seed. Buffalo does hold a head to head over them if they do end up with the same record. So we got that going for us.
12-1 right now. All
12
one
and 1.
score wins. All
Uh,
one score wins.
I saw some shit saying if that flipped, like all their one score, all the one score games they lost, it would be like a 3-win team or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Just
But it'll work like that for the Chiefs, bro.
just crazy.
And you think it's crazy? Well, I'm telling you, I've been saying it last week. Wait for the magic that's going to happen on Christmas.
That's Chiefs Texans, right?
hmm
Yeah, we'll
There's going to
see.
be some bullshit magic because they don't blow teams out. They do not.
We'll see. They got the Browns this week, which
Well,
that I mean they got to go to Cleveland, so we'll see. But I don't see the Chiefs losing that game. The way the past 2 games Jameis Winston has been playing, he has lost. Maybe not the last game, but definitely against Denver, he lost in that game.
you got to take away those pick sixes. They win that game against Denver because he's wild. Another team that is hot, winning wise. I mean, the Eagles, they survive and win in Carolina ever since that Bryce Young benching and then now starting again. He's been a lot better, so maybe that benching is what he needed. We don't know what Carolina's going to do in the future, but Justin, the Eagles are the only team I know that can be on a 9-game winning streak and all be pissy.
Bro, that shit is crazy. Like, bro, I be getting mad at Cedric and shit. We be doing like the fucking college pods. I'm like, what the fuck do you have to be so mad about? Like, these niggas win all the time. You be a Cowboys fan for you be living my reality every goddamn week.
Nine
But y'all
straight
niggas
wins.
win.
Yeah.
And you don't even gotta pass the ball to do it. And AJ Brown is still pissed off. Y'all won that game. Hey, survived it. Xavier Leggett catch that ball. I don't know, but y'all win the game, and then after the game, and the press is talking to AJ Brown. He asked essentially what's something that we need to work on, and this dude, AJ Brown is just like passing,
Yeah, you don't say that, man.
just passing.
Not.
And then the next day, Brandon Graham, that veteran defensive lineman, one of the only guys who was on the Super Bowl team, he talking I think it was on the radio. I don't think it was a podcast. I'm not
It was
sure.
radio show.
Yeah. All right. So he had a radio show, and he's saying, yeah, AJ Brown ain't fucking with Jalen Hurts like they used to be cool. Jalen Hurts trying to like
In the public, like, bro. In the public.
What'd you say?
That man is letting that out to the public. You ain't supposed to say that, man.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. And like Brandon Graham ain't one of he's not like the young niggas, bro. Like he's the vet on the team. Like he an old nigga on the team. Like that shit's wild to me. Like
I've never seen a 9-win team in turmoil like that.
Hey man, gotta love it. But you know, they're playing the winning brand of football right now. Like if you don't got pass the ball, like this is how you win in January. You play defense and you run the ball. You got Saquon Barkley out there on an MVP campaign right now. It's him. It's him and his minus 400 right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how we were saying now it's like it's him between him and Josh. And God, those last couple of games, Lamar just fell the hell off.
Well, Lamar ain't played last week, but at this point, they're losing too much. They lose too many games, and when you have 6 touchdowns in the game, you account for 100% of the offense. Yeah, you gonna be a minus 400 favorite to win the MVP.
It's just crazy how it flipped, man. Because literally, like 3 weeks ago, Lamar was the big favorite. Shit changes just dramatically. Then you had Saquon have that big game, and then Josh have those 2 big games in a row. Just flip.
I mean,
and they're not winning.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah, Baltimore plays the Giants this week. They are 15-point favorites, so I think they got this one.
That's a little
Lamar
much.
Good.
That's a lot of points.
Have you been watching the Giants, bro?
I have, but 15, that's a lot.
They've been ass, bro. Like I thought Drew Lock can like stay the ship at least look competent, bro. That dude's worse than Tommy DeVito.
They'll be looking for someone. They will be looking for someone, but I don't know if they're mad. I mean, Saquon's over here. He's actually within striking distance of that record because we got the extra game. I mean, Eagles need to stop crying, bro. Y'all about to be a minimum the 2 seed. Minimum. If you can say that about your team, like, yeah, we're gonna be minimum the 2 seed.
They're only a game back at Detroit. They're only a game back. They can be the 1 seed.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like minimum you're two. Minimum. And Detroit, it depends. They might be the 1 seed by the end of the weekend. Because I mean, the Bills got the Lions.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Josh Allen can put the cape on again.
I don't. It don't matter, bro. If he drops 44, the Bills will drop 50.
Huh?
If Josh Allen puts 44, the Bills are gonna put 50 on his head.
You mean the Lions?
The Lions, yeah, the Lions.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. The way that defense played, bro. Woo, we'll see. And then back-to-back road games like that.
hmm These are big games. I mean, like these, like the Bills and Lions. I mean, what's the Lions favored by 3?
It was two. It was 2.5 last time I looked at it.
That's just. I don't know, bro. I really like how Detroit's playing. They could either blow you out, they could win these grimy ones, they could win when their quarterback throws 5 picks.
They're they're
Like,
they're a juggernaut right now, bro. You know, Detroit can win in multiple ways. They can run the ball. They can win a shootout. They can win a grimy ass game, like you said. They can overcome a Jared Goff 5 turnover game.
hmm
But Dan Campbell, he be gambling with this shit. He one of us. He coaches football like niggas be playing Madden. That's how
I
he
mean,
be coaching.
that fourth down he went for last week to seal the game. I was like, wow.
Like he don't care. He coaches shit like he playing a fucking video game, and his players love it. The fans love it. I was reffing basketball games talking to guys doing the book. And he was like, it was Friday. He was like, yeah, you see that game like that? Dan Campbell is us, man. He coached a game. He coached a game how the fans want us to. I was like, yeah, man, he's the man of the people.
Oh my god, who you got winning that one?
Oh my God. I think I gotta go Detroit. I think I got at home, Bills off that tough loss, having to go right back to Detroit and play another high powered offense like that. I think it's going to be another shootout, and I just don't think Josh Allen's going to be able to replicate a game like that again. Like that was peak Josh Allen. That's the best, literally the best he's ever played,
Yeah,
and they lost.
yeah.
And Detroit, they got a lot you got to deal with. Best offensive line in the league: St. Brown, Montgomery, Gibbs, Jared Goff. The offense is a lot to handle. And if Matt Stafford can cook you up like that, what's Jared Goff going to do at home in front of his home crowd in Detroit, staring at that number 1 seed? The playoffs right now in the NFC is going through Detroit right now, and that is mind-boggling to think about. That shit blows my mind.
Oh yeah, it's something. But then you got this other game that's a big deal for both teams. The Steelers coming to Philadelphia. Who you like in that one, Tom? Again, 10-3 Steelers playing well. Eagles have won 9 straight. Like some streak is ended in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I think the Eagles take this one. The Eagles are a 5-point favorite, and I was literally mind blown because that's a lot of points to be a favorite if you're the Eagles. But then I was listening to some shit, and they basically said Tomlin basically said that George Pickens might not play. Like
Oh,
that's why the line 5. That it's like leaning hard towards George Pickens not playing, and watching the Steelers versus the Browns for goddamn 3 hours like I did on Sunday. The Steelers offense really didn't have the pop it did. That downfield element without George Pickens
mhm.
just was not there. So I think it's going to be tough on them. The Steelers secondary with Quinchon Mitchell and white man Cooper DeJean, they've been locking people up. They got the best pass defense in the NFL. I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to run on them like that. So I don't see the Steelers winning that game,
Man,
especially without that downfield George Pickens element. Like
I didn't know George
it's just
Pickens
going to be
wasn't.
tough.
I didn't know he wasn't going to potentially not going to play because if he was playing, I was actually going to take the Steelers in an upset because God, here comes Eagles dysfunction at the end of the year all over again. But now without Pickens, I don't think so.
The Steelers are so due to lose, bro. The Steelers can't keep winning all
They
these
are due
games.
to lose, but once you think they're due to lose, what does Tomlin do?
Yeah, this is a Tomlin spot, bro. Like dogs on the road. Like I still might bet it, but I ain't gonna be as confident as I am betting if without George Pickens playing. The defense, the defense is gonna show up for those guys, but as they're gonna get a big dose of Saquon Barkley, and I think it's gonna be a bounce back AJ Brown game. I think at least the beginning of the game, they're gonna be force feeding that nigga the ball to keep him happy. And if he does get going and he keep getting the ball, it could be a long night for him.
But then if it is a Saquon game and they're not allowing the explosive runs, that's Steeler football territory. You want to get into a run fest with us? All right. Muddy up defense. I'm
The
telling
Eagles,
you.
the Eagles ain't the team for that, bro. The Eagles is not the team for that. The Eagles can grind you out just as much as the Steelers can. This,
I like it though. They'll like it. I'm like, let's play.
I, I'm telling you, the Eagles gonna be ready for that game too. After barely beating the Panthers too, I feel they're gonna be pissed off in front of those home fans. You know how these Philly fans get, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they
oh
gonna be
yeah.
charged up for that game. It's too hard a spot for the Steelers. I'm sorry. Like I just don't see it.
The bad thing is the Steelers are trying to keep up with I mean, right now they're the third seed. They're trying to get that second seed too. Or
Yeah,
potentially.
they're only 2 games back too.
Mm-hmm.
They can be the number one seed too, but I just these teams are too evenly matched right now, and with the Steelers injuries, the Eagles are the better team right now, and they're at home. There's so much noise around. There's so much noise around Philly. I feel like they're about to be locked in this week. They're going to be locked in and ready to go.
We'll see. I think that's gonna be a good, that's gonna be a real good one. This one too. This is Packers, Seahawks. This is so much playoff positioning, seeding. There's a lot on the line in this one.
Yeah,
Tiebreakers.
we got the Seahawks at 8-5, number one in the NFC West,
Mhm.
and we got the Packers sitting here at 9-4, the 6th seed right now. So definitely playoff position. I don't see the Packers catching the Lions. I don't think that's about to happen. So they're definitely playing for wild card position. The Vikings are 11-2 right now, so they got some work to do to catch up with them to even get the 5th seed. But Seattle's been playing, bro. Seattle's been on fire. They got a win against the Cardinals this past weekend. Geno Smith, Jackson Smith, and Jigma. That's been Geno Smith's favorite receiver the past month. I've been watching him.
Mhm.
Jackson Smith and Jigma has been going hard. The Seahawks secondary, I like them. Devin Witherspoon, Tariq Woolen, those guys have been locked in. Hey, they picked off Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray didn't do shit that game really against when they played the Cardinals, and then the Packers are coming off the L against the Lions, only a 3-point loss. It's going to be a good game. Seahawks 3-point underdogs at home right now. I think the Seahawks really need it more because if the Seahawks win this game, they are I think they're locked to win that division.
They're 8-5. So I put them at 9-5. Rams are 7-6. 49ers 6-7. Cardinals 6 They're not give them separation they need. Man, is this in Seattle too? Yeah, this is the night game. So 12th man's gonna be going a little crazy. I just After what I saw the Packers that Detroit game, and I was really into that game. And Jalen Reed not doing a goddamn thing. Not a thing. I feel like he's gonna break out this game. I really do. But you're right with Jackson Smith. Like he's become like right now Geno's number one guy this past month. I think I'm gonna take the Packers though. I think I just trust Love a little bit more than I like Geno.
Yeah, yeah. Jordan Love's been starting to he's been getting hot lately. He's been playing better, but Jalen Smith don't got the touchdowns, but this man's thrown for
Oh,
3,474 yards.
oh no, he's a good quarterback. Like that's one of their best things that they when they let go Wilson and Geno got this chance and like he's been keeping them in this thing where they're getting the top things. But just want to do a quick little playoff check because we are in that thing. So four teams have clinched the playoff spot: the Chiefs, Bills, Lions, Eagles. Right now, the AFC: Steelers third, Texans fourth, Ravens fifth, Chargers sixth, Broncos seventh. On the bubble, these are the only three teams left in the AFC that could potentially get a team spot: the Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals. Everyone else in the AFC is eliminated. On the flip side, NFC 3 seed Seahawks, 4 seed Buccaneers, 5 seed Vikings, 6 Packers, 7 Commanders in the bubble on the bubble who are still alive to get a spot. Rams, Falcons, Cardinals, 49ers still technically mathematically. Even though these teams are not going, they're still mathematically alive. Saints, Cowboys, Bears, Panthers, and Giants are the only team who've been mathematically eliminated in the NFC. And shoot,
Why do you even say those teams, bro? I'm looking at the shit right now. Saints, Cowboys, Bears, Panthers, all less than 1%
if you
playoff.
get eight and eight could get you in this last spot.
You think?
I mean, are the Commanders? Who are the Commanders? Rest of their schedule because they've been bullshitting. This was a team what 4 weeks ago where people thought we're gonna win the NFC East.
They got an easy one this week.
Okay,
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. They got the Saints this week
is that well? They beat the
with
bad
no
team.
quarterback.
Okay, with no yeah,
Their car ain't playing. Okay.
yeah. So they'll win that. So no,
And no Taysom Hill. Their next 4 games, Washington are at Saints, Eagles, Falcons, at Cowboys.
well they'll lose. They'll probably lose to the Eagles.
Division game, I don't know. I don't know.
Commanders
At
have not.
home,
They have not beaten a good team. They're one
the
of those teams.
you already poking holes now. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the schedule. They have not. They all the good teams they played. They've lost to Tampa week 1. They lost at Baltimore by 7, and then the 3 straight L's to Pittsburgh, Philly, and then that bullshit game against Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny too because even though they didn't, I know you guys were like, "Oh, they can't, they don't need to win this." But if Dallas would have won, been 6 and 7, that would have been a whole different scenario.
They would have been in the mix for real.
And it's so crazy because, like I said last off air, it's the fact that the Cowboys are 5-8 with all their players who've been hurt, all that bullshit, and they have the same record as the Bengals is crazy.
They should have beat those motherfuckers
They
last
really should
night.
have.
They had that shit, bro. Hey, it's just the NFL, bro. Like, except when you're the Chiefs, because obviously they
That
get
would
every
never
break.
that would never happen to the Chiefs.
Yeah, they get every single break, but shit, that's how teams be losing, bro. Like that was pure luck. Pure luck. Obviously, all that nigga had to do was just not try to pick up the ball. Oh, but like, bro, like you don't think you about to drop the ball? Like you don't think you about to muff that shit, bro? It's crazy.
You
Like,
block the punt perfectly. Like, dude hit that thing perfect. And the fact that you muff the blocked punt and then the damn Cincinnati gets the ball, it's unbelievable. And then they score.
I wouldn't say it was the perfect block punt because if it was perfect, then the shit would have went backwards. He
That's true.
blocked it and crossed the
Yeah.
line of scrimmage, would made it basically a punt, like a still punt, which is why I saw some retard on Twitter saying, "Oh, the NFL is just bullshit." He just didn't know the rules. Like they blocked, like Dallas blocked the punt that was going to them. How the Bengals get that shit? I'm like, bro, you just don't know ball. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like I knew watching that game, Dallas hit that shot. I was like, fuck, bro. the Bengals got this shit. The Bengals got this shit, and I knew they're about to come down this bitch and score the ball because Joe Burrow has been going off. Joe Burrow's been going off. Actually, let me ask you about some shit because when I sent that shit to the group, I didn't even know y'all talked about it or what. I was watching Speak,
I had to
and
say a
these
word.
motherfuckers was talking about to Joe Burrow be the MVP with his numbers. Obviously, the man's been going off. He's been going absolutely the fuck off, but
Mhm.
his team is ass. They're big ass. They suck.
And they won't make the
They
I
won't make the
they
playoffs.
won't make the
No, no, they
playoffs.
will not make the playoffs. There's
They
no
won't
way.
they won't win out.
No. Yeah, that's what they said. If the Bengals win out, should Joe Burrow win the MVP?
No.
Josh Allen exists. No.
No.
Just
No.
it's as simple as that. No.
No. Because what's I mean, I won't even entertain it because I'm not even going to look up the rest of the schedule. They're not going to win out. So they should they've shown nothing to they've shown nothing to show that they can win out that game. Again, they literally won that game last night because of bullshit. Like,
That
come
game
on.
shouldn't have been close.
No.
It shouldn't have been close.
No.
Going into the last 2 minutes, the Cowboys had 20 points. The Cowboys shouldn't be scoring 20 points on you. I'm sorry.
No. No, that game they play 10. No, they're not going to win out. But I just saw some other games this weekend to keep an eye out for. I mean, that San Francisco Rams game on Thursday.
Yeah, that's a big game. That's a like 49ers. If they want to still win that division, they got to win that game. But they got losses to every single team in the NFC West. They've lost to every single one of them. So they got some work to do. They gotta win every single game. Let me look up. Let me see who they got left, but they got some work to do. Let me pull this up real quick. 49ers.
Yeah, because this is week 15. It's getting to the end, man.
Okay, yeah. So they've lost. They already lost once to every single team in the division. They got 3 losses in the division right now, with the Rams on Thursday, Miami at Miami, Detroit the last week 17, and then at Arizona to end the season.
Man. Ugh.
Detroit could have the number one seat. Actually, no, I don't think they'll have it clinched up if the Eagles keep winning. So that's not true. So that's going to be a meaningful game for Detroit. If they that game probably will be the game to be the number one seed, especially if the Eagles win this week against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, agree. And I don't know, man. And this Monday, again, don't know why we're getting a doubleheader so late, but whatever. But the doubleheader is ass for Monday Night Football. Bears, Vikings, Falcons, Raiders.
I've been enjoying the Vikings.
No, I mean,
Now the Bears have been pissing me off. Like enough, enough of the Bears. I'm so sick of Colin Cowherd talking about the Bears in the opening every goddamn day. Like he's about to be the Bears are about to be the next Aaron Rodgers for me. Like I get so sick of this nigga when he be fixated on like the niggas who the media says is interesting. Like I can't stand it.
and then, man, I mean, they're still in the mix, the Falcons, but what the hell's going on with your guy? He is horrible.
Oh my god. Hey
Still in
man.
the mix, though,
Hey,
but
no.
8 picks? Oh, for recently? Come on.
How many have against the Vikings?
Was it four? Was it four? I think it was four.
I'm about to look at I don't think he wasn't as bad as he was in the last game.
Yeah, there was
Let
one
me
game where he
let me
had
look
like
this up.
4 picks.
He only had 2. Yeah, that was the game before. That was the
Okay,
game. That
okay.
was against the Chargers. That was the Chargers
Charge,
game.
okay.
Yeah, the Chargers game was before. That game he was ass. Yeah, Kirk Cousins, he had 2 picks. He had 2 picks this game. No pick sixes, I don't think. But hey, the Vikings went off.
They did.
Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson both with Jordan Addison 133 yards, Justin Jefferson 132. Jordan Addison 3 touchdowns, Justin Jefferson 2 touchdowns.
I wonder what they're gonna do in the offseason. Because obviously you drafted a first round quarterback who didn't get to play because of injury, but then Darnold's here with this. You got something clicking. What the hell are you about to do?
Franchise him. I wouldn't let him get on the market.
Yeah, but then I'm also not paying him a big quarterback deal. So you're
Uh,
right. So franchise is the only option.
what? Pay him like 40 million a year? Not too bad.
But you just drafted. So what are you going to do with JJ?
J McCarthy can sit. He fine.
He beat him for the starting spot.
And got hurt. And you see what Sam Darnold doing now? You don't got to start him immediately. You could.
Yeah.
I would. You know what? It's a good problem to have two quarterbacks. It is not the worst. You can sign Sam Darnold once he starts fucking up. You could put him on the block, or you could franchise him and trade him mid-season. Like, you got options. You have options.
I think the Raiders should make a move for him if you don't want to draft. If you don't want to draft a quarterback.
They're big ass. They're probably about to have the number one pick. They can get Shador.
Sure, I don't think he'll be the. I think Travis is going to be the number one pick. Depending on who's. You get more with Travis, and then
if you're the Raiders and you have no quarterback, and you think Shador can be the answer, why would you not draft Shador at number one?
if you think you can be. I'm just saying, like, there's some quarterbacks to be had out here trade wise, like Sam Darnold, Justin Fields. You telling me Shador is better than those people who've already proven something in the league right now? No.
I think Shador on rookie contract, he can get good by year 3, and then you could stack up a team around him.
Oh man, because I don't think Pierce is going to be the coach there either.
No,
You just got to figure out because hey, Steelers brought in 2 QBs. We saw what the fuck happened to them.
all right. You gotta remember though, the Steelers ain't fucking paying Russell Wilson.
I'm just yeah.
The Steelers aren't paying this nigga, and Fields is on a rookie deal still. Like, he ain't making no money either.
But
It's Fields 2 cheap quarterbacks, and these niggas already had defense, and they just found someone who can actually throw the fucking ball.
Yeah, just a nice vet. Sometimes you just need to get a vet, man, and one who's not 50 years old. Like
Yeah, I
Aaron
mean,
Rodgers.
how long did Jordan Love sit for? Fucking what, 3-4 years?
Behind
Yeah,
Aaron.
Yeah, he sat for 3 years. So I'm not in any rush to get rid of Sam Darnold if I'm Minnesota. JJ McCarthy can park his ass right on the bench, learn from him, and then when it's his time, it's his time. It don't gotta be right now.
Sitting behind Sam Darnold is completely different than sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, who is still
Well,
winning MVPs.
that's what I'm saying. Like, who is Sam Darnold to fucking be like your absolute answer? You sign him, he gives you a team friendly deal, and then you got Jay McCarthy sitting there waiting. And
You know his agent gonna ask for not a team friendly deal though. You know his agent's not going to.
And Minnesota don't gotta give it to him. They got the leverage because they got 2 quarterbacks. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're in a good spot. Like, you don't have to overpay for Sam Darnold because you have J.J. McCarthy. And Sam Darnold really has some fucking nerve if he asks for more than he's really worth. Because shit, Kevin McConnell saved that man's career.
He did.
Kevin McConnell and fucking Justin Jefferson. So get the fuck going with that. He is going to play ball and take whatever the fuck the Vikings want to give him. What, 35 to 45 million a year, and the cap's going up anyway. So
no, you're right.
That's not bad. As long as he's not making fucking 50, 60, 70 million a year, he's good.
You're right about them saving a career. Because I feel like Shador's going to probably go to the Giants because they suck.
Just depends who has that number 1 pick. The Raiders are not very good, and they have no quarterback right now. Whoever was starting in the beginning of the season ain't playing, and the Giants are fucking dog shit ass terrible, like you would say. and you know they're in the market for a quarterback. So
oh yeah, I mean, shit. Almost every if your team ain't if you don't got one of them top quarterbacks, you're almost always in the market for a quarterback. Except if you just drafted one. Like shit, if he in 3-4 years if the Bears don't turn it around, Caleb Williams' ass is going to be out.
Yeah, but as much as we Caleb Williams as a prospect though, and being the number 1 pick, he's going to get a lot of time before they give up on him. Is what I'm saying. Like, they don't want to be wrong about that. Like the Bears,
like Carolina, who basically almost gave up on Bryce this year too.
Well, when you're the number one pick, you going to get multiple. Sam Darnold, who we've been talking about, number one pick. Actually, he's like a number two pick. Anyway, top five
Yeah,
pick though.
he was
He's
top five.
yeah. You're going to keep getting chances.
I'm gonna see, yeah, like Anthony Richardson got you. I just don't like man, these obviously we've talked about these young QBs now. 2 years, if you don't show me some, your ass out of here. That's how these owners are now.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that sometimes. Before we do get the words and losers though, bonus preview. What your Buccaneers about to do at
My,
San Diego? Yo, Buccaneers, bro. Just claim them, man. Just claim them. They're your fake news team for the rest of the year.
Just because of Mike freaking Evans.
And Baker Mayfield.
I do fuck with Baker because he really, hey man, he turned. You know about a place he got in a place that stays out of sight, out of mind. They would have 10 wins this year if Chris Godwin did not get hurt.
They still on pace. They still can get to 10 wins.
Yeah. I like that's tough, bro. Rams are feeling good. Like I mean, they're chasing. I mean,
they playing the Chargers.
Oh, Chargers. Why did I see the LA and then think yeah, LAC, yeah, the Chargers. And then I see LAR, the Rams. I like the Chargers in that one, but Baker and them will keep it close. They're gonna keep it close. I take whatever. If Tampa's the underdog, I take them to cover. I think I think the Chargers are gonna win.
They are. Don't sleep on them. And they still fighting to win the division. Hey, this game is a lot more important.
Oh, it is
for Tampa than it is
it is
the Chargers, because right now, I mean, Tampa Bay is the leading the NFC South, but remember, Atlanta beat these niggas twice.
Yep.
So if they end up tied, then Atlanta's win the division. That's their only path. They know they gotta win the division, so they know they gotta keep winning games. They lost Chris Godwin, they got Mike Evans back, and they still been winning games.
Mm-hmm. I just think back to like a turning point for the Tampa Bay, that damn coin toss for the Chiefs.
Against the Chiefs.
Yeah, that damn, because they had no business being in that game because they had no weapons. Baker was throwing to God knows who. Like, and once that coin went up and it said Chiefs ball, I said, damn, that's their season. It's over. They're not coming, but Falcons stumbled and they've stayed alive. So that is going to be a very good game.
Mm-hmm. I think Tampa can win it. I think Tampa can win it. You gotta worry about Justin Herbert. He's one of those guys. He can put the team on his back too. Justin Herbert has shown me some things with Jim Harbaugh as his coach. And then last week against the Chiefs, this nigga had no receivers. He had no. When you have to rely on Quentin Johnson as your number one receiver, your team your weapons are in a bad fucking spot. And he got this shit done. And shout out to Quentin Johnson for, like I said earlier, redeeming himself after embarrassing himself on national TV.
No, nothing there, man. Nothing there. But there's some good games out there. And we're in that time, man, where every game gets more and more important.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, man. Winners and losers, man. I did the college ball, so you could start off. I gotta go through my list and see who I didn't say.
You didn't say? Shit, you can recycle them. I'm gonna go. My first winner is Sam fucking Darnold, because we all know Joshy boy with his 6 touchdowns. Sam Darnold threw 5 of them things against the Falcons. He threw 5 of them things too. 22 for 28, 347 yards, 5 touchdowns. Sam Darnold has been. He's finally broken through. This man is going. He's making some money in the offseason. He's going to make some money in the offseason. And then a team I've been ragging on, even still dog shit ass terrible, the Washington Wizards.
Oh,
they Lord. Finally won the game.
Oh Lord, oh boy,
they finally won a game. And then first loser, I don't got too much there. I've been working, so I haven't had time to really look at shit. But yeah, Denver won. I know you ain't have Aaron Gordon or Jamal Murray, but you can't waste a Jokic 50-point game to lose to the Wizards, bro. I'm sorry.
Like, 56.
Yeah, you can't have a 50 burger and lose to the Wizards. You can't be, if you are a good team in the NBA, you can't be losing to the Wizards. Period. I'm sorry. Something going on with Denver. They didn't get some shit figured out. Jamal Murray is making way too much damn money to be asked. That nigga only averaging like 17 points a game right now. He just signed a new deal. Like that nigga need to look in the mirror and figure out what the fuck going on because you can't be doing this. You cannot be doing this. And I got to check on a score before I have another loser.
Oh shit!
Oh, the Bucks were about to be a loser if they fucking lost this game tonight, bro. Because
No, the Bucks beat the Magic.
yeah, because the Magic don't got they two best players.
Mm-hmm.
They don't got Franz and Paolo.
Mm-hmm.
And then another winner. Shout out to the UK men's basketball team. They went to Seattle and in overtime beat Gonzaga. Basically a home game for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Pope getting another signature win after they beat Duke. Hey man, shit looking up in Lexington, boy.
I like it. I like it. Winner NFL. I gotta go with the Pittsburgh Steelers, just Mike Tomlin, because again, no one, and I repeat, no one expected this team to be 10-3. Like people 10-3 NFL, that's crazy. Like in itself, like winning 10 games in this league is wild, and the fact that the Steelers, who we didn't expect much from, is 10-3. It's kind of crazy. On the flip side, loser who is 3-10, who you talked about wasting a game in the NBA with Joker. Wasting a game with good old Aaron Rodgers, had his first 300-yard game in so many years.
A good one.
And then they lost, and they are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs at 3-10. They have they have the longest drought right now in professional sports or something crazy about making the playoffs. Some of the NBA ones you already said. I gotta go professional sports in general for Mr. Juan Soto. There is no way we are not about to talk about this man not being the ultimate winner the past couple of days, getting a
My man Juan Soto, bro.
765 million.
3/4 of a billion, baby.
765. Sign that shit this week. Like, come on now. Come on now. Who winning more than him right now? Like 765.
Another loser, the New York Yankees. How you get outbid by the Mets? The Mets. Winning franchise in America. That's the Yankees deal. They spend more money than everyone but the Dodgers. That's the only team they should be losing players to. Yeah. And you lost to the Mets.
765, bro. 765. So I just don't know how you outwin that sports right now. Unless ain't nobody else getting a deal like that in any sports.
No athlete is winning more than Juan Soto right now. And another loser, fucking Yankees fans. That shit, listen to some of those Yankee fans on Twitter be mad. That shit was hilarious, but y'all niggas are big salty.
I'm glad they've taken over because, another loser was the good old Alabama SEC fans because, God, they were bitching. Because obviously they did not make the playoffs and they're like, this. Oh, maybe we need to not schedule, we should only play within the conference, which is fine because you lost your 3 games in the conference and 2 of those games in Oklahoma was inexcusable. And if you don't want to schedule non-conference, that's fine. But I think the Alabama fans realize that means you can't play Mercer. So it is what it is. Quit crying. You'll be all right. You'll be in there next year.
We all know I'm a show for the SEC, but in Alabama's case, bro, don't lose 3 games. And especially don't have 2 of those games be fucking Vanderbilt and a bad Oklahoma team.
That's it. That's really it. Y'all be back. Y'all be back next year. I don't know why y'all bitching. So
it's it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it ain't your year. You ain't gonna win a national title every fucking year. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just it is what it is. Y'all need to stop crying. And then it's the fact that you're not as bad. A real show for the SEC where people trying to make the case that 8 teams should have been in for the SEC, including Florida. And
who was making that argument? But no sane person was making that argument.
They were talking about on the radio, them small SEC radio boys.
What the niggas on the Paul Feinbaum show, those callers?
Those small ones got their own shows, yeah. Like if you
Oh
drive here, I've
hell
had
no,
like if you drive here, listen, 97.1 The Fan, they got their whatever the SEC talking about like, oh yeah, SEC. If you have like certain amount of NFL players, you should be in the playoff, and the SEC has 8 teams with NFL players, so they should be in, bro. Talking reckless.
bro. First of all, this is not the NFL. This is college football. Just because you have the talent does not mean we're just gonna let you into the playoffs, bro. You still got to win on the field, bro. You still got to win on the field, and Alabama didn't.
Yeah.
Alabama didn't. I don't know why the SEC bitching so goddamn much. They still got 3 teams, and you still got Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee is a live underdog at OSU. I know you guys probably already talked about that, but hey, I bet Tennessee getting 7.5 as soon as I could. As soon as the shit was on FanDuel, I bet that shit.
I actually don't think any favorite covers in the first round.
You don't think?
Mm-hmm.
Not Notre Dame, maybe.
Bro,
You don't think Notre Dame?
They about to be juiced up. It's state on state. Like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I think Notre Dame won't be up for that shit, bro.
They might be. I mean, Brother Freeman might have them up, but I just know that boy, man. Indiana really about to be throwing that bitch, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yes, I think the only one that can cover as a favorite is Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Who Clemson playing?
Texas.
Them being 11.5 point favorites is so disrespectful. Who the hell is Texas to be 11.5 point favorites? These niggas can't even beat Georgia.
The one really good team they played this year lost them both times this time with a backup QB.
Bro, like I'm so sick of Texas, bro. I'm enough of Texas. That game pissed me off so much.
Now we're gonna have them focus. We're gonna like see. No one thought we'd be here. Here we are. We won that ACC yet again. No one thought we'd be here.
Enough of Texas, bro. You have a down. This is a down Georgia team. This is a down Georgia team, and they still won the SEC because Texas can't fucking beat them. Not one time. Yep. Alabama beat them.
Yep.
Alabama beat them. And
Ole Miss beat them.
Yeah, and Alabama saying, yeah, we beat Georgia. That's why she would be in the playoffs. And Texas could not beat them. The only good team these niggas had to play. Enough of Texas, you Big 12 fucking rejects.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it's crazy too. If they were in the Big 12, they'd have a bye right now.
You said they were in the Big 10?
No, Big 12. They'd had a bye.
Hell yeah, they would. Arizona State got it, which I don't know about that one. Boise State and Arizona State with buys. Unbelievable.
See?
Motherfuckers is mad about that.
Yeah, they could stop crying. It's crazy how college is the only playoff thing that people bitch about. Like, shut up. Like, it is how it is. You get to the game. If your team don't make it. Point blank period. Win the games. So
it's just crazy. Those motherfuckers are so mad that fucking Oregon will have to play Ohio State or Tennessee in their first game. I'm like, shit, these niggas already beat Ohio State. I know it was a 1 point game, but they were moving the ball up and down on Ohio State and Tennessee. Well, Tennessee can probably beat anyone, but they got a freshman quarterback and he hasn't been there before, so.
Okay, it's just like it is what it is. You play who you play, just like fucking. I mean, again, bro, it's only college because no one cries about like, man, Kansas City really had to go to. They had to go to Buffalo and Baltimore back to back. That's unfair for a back to back Super Bowl champ. No one says stupid shit like that in the NFL.
I just think they're pros, so it's just different. Like we just understand, like it's outside of their. I don't know. I think it just stems from like. There ain't never been really a good way to pick the college football national championship. There's never been a good way throughout history. There's been tied ones. There's only been 2 teams. There's been 4 teams. We just don't have a good way to pick the national championship when these teams don't all have to play each other. NFL different. There's like a system in place where pretty much the good teams do play each other, and then you got a playoff where they're going to have to be good teams to win that shit. So I just think it's just not big a deal. But like you said, the rules are the rules in college, bro. Either get win or get fucking lost. When the fucking games are in your schedule, and then good things will happen to you. You don't got to bitch and moan all the time, even though that's what college football wants us to do is bitch and moan because this is good. This is good for them. TV ratings, all that shit, but
That's all
ain't
it
that
is.
big a deal. It ain't that big a deal. All niggas will be back next year. It's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally
Shit,
not that big a deal.
they ain't pros. They semi, bro. All I gotta say is $20 million roster. We basically pros, bro.
They
20 million.
they still kids, bro.
I know, but 20
They still
million.
kids.
They
They
making some
still
money. They making more money than some of the adults in the league.
That's fine. But even giving these kids that much money could be an issue. But at the end of the day, even if they got $5 million in their pocket, that's still a 19-year-old.
Hey,
And
well,
you you
once that
you
money transfers, age don't matter. You
you
know that throughout history. Child star, once that money transfer, you ain't no kid no more.
nah you've been pretty mature all your life. But I know me at fucking 19,
Five
I did a
million
lot of dumb shit. And if you would have gave me that much money, good lord, I don't know what type of bullshit I would have been in.
with a brand on your back too. See, they treat you different. They treat you
Yeah.
different once they give you that money because now it's like, hey, you act crazy. It's a whole different. Just wait. Wait till this term, bro. Wait till them boys, the Congress have them signing real contracts, so you can't leave it up in a do without giving that money back.
I, I, I don't think we're going to get there. I think we're going to have this NIL Wild Wild West for a while because the next thing that's going to come is making these niggas employees, and that shit ain't never going to happen. So
That's next.
we're just going to have to deal with niggas up and leaving in the transfer portal and shit. It's
Oh
fine.
shit! Oh my gosh!
Is it confirmed Billy Boy is coaching UNC? Is that real news yet?
I mean, he hasn't spoke. He hasn't said a word. I mean, I'm waiting for him to have his little press conference.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he want to do over there, but okay.
Hey, it's fine with me. Hey, he's done everything in the NFL. Fuck it, go to college, see what you can do.
Yeah, that's it, man. Do what you want to do. What you want to do, bro. But when you okay, but now you gonna have to deal with bitching parents. It ain't the same.
Man, this is Bill Belichick, bro. I don't got no kids, but my kid went to go play for Bill Belichick. I'm leaving him in Bill's hands. You do what you gotta do with him. You
Justin,
know
these
more than
kids
me.
don't care no more, man. It's about what can you do for me now. I don't care about those six whatever rings.
Hey man,
If you can't give me 400,000, I don't care if you Bill Belichick. I'm not coming.
I can get you to the league.
They don't. They
I
don't
can
want
get
to.
I can get you to the league, and you can get NFL millions, and then if you stay for 5 years, you can get NFL pitching.
They'll be like, that's fine. But what am I going to do on my way there? I need the cash. I'm telling you, bro. This recruiting different. Some of these kids too entitled.
I,
If Saban had to walk away, see, I want to know what Saban thinks about Bill coming because that's his bro. So
I with the landscape changing with the transfer portal and shit, like there's more parity. So
yep.
with more
Oh yeah.
parity, with niggas leaving all the time, it's about roster construction, evaluating talent, and
Yep.
then on the field coaching. Because
Yep.
the big schools, Ohio State, Georgia, these Alabamas, they can't stack 5 stars anymore like that because
Yep.
you get fucking 5 stars at one position and they ain't playing, they can just leave.
Yep.
So it's about seeing the talent, developing talent, and then in-game coaching because you're not going to have as talented rosters. And if it's between the in-game coach, Bill Belichick is up there now.
We'll see. We'll see
He
what
up there.
happens. There's one thing I asked before we close this because you were not on the college football thing. If Ohio State gets blown out at home, what happens?
Blown out.
Mm-hmm.
My name won't make it to the locker room.
Okay.
He will get. They will announce this man's firing over the PA system while Tennessee is celebrating.
The city getting a little too cocky with this Tennessee game. Like Tennessee can't put up points in play. Okay.
What you mean?
They think it's like this is like, oh yeah, I mean it's Tennessee. I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
And
Hey, they're just like they said there's no dominant team in the playoffs, which is I guess whatever. Anyone
it's
can beat
true. It's
anyone
true.
can beat anyone, which is fine. But then Ohio State fans don't realize that means anyone can beat Ohio State.
Yes,
They haven't
and
realized that part yet.
and Tennessee is not. Tennessee has not lost on the schedule to a team the caliber of Michigan.
No, nope.
And You can cite their Arkansas loss, but guess what? That shit was in Fayetteville. It wasn't at home.
Yep. Arkansas and Georgia, the only two losses. So I'm just saying they're getting a little too. I am next Saturday, that 21st. It will be okay. Okay. Getting a little too.
You already know. I understand. I think Ohio State's going to. Actually, I don't even know they're going to win the game. I know Tennessee covers. That's the only pick I'm giving. Pick Tennessee in the points.
I know. I already did. And then if it's tied game in the fourth quarter, Tennessee's going to win that game. Ohio State's going to fold under pressure.
That's how you feel.
Mm-hmm. I think Ohio State needs to blow them out.
Yeah,
blow them out.
I don't think they can do that.
I don't think they can, but they need to for a confidence boost, for something.
Well, yeah, you need to blow them out because you have Oregon next week if you do win.
Yep.
Oregon's the next game. So you don't want to be playing a physical fucking last minute game against Tennessee knowing that Oregon is up next, fresh.
Yep.
Maybe rusty, but definitely fresh and healthy. So
Wait.
If I'm Ryan Name, I'm Chip Kelly, I'm devising a plan to make sure this shit is over by halftime, or at least
that's what it needs
a
to be.
2-touchdown margin by then.
Get the faith of the city back, and you know that crowd gonna get restless when the shit tied, or if it's going a certain way.
Yeah, yeah, it ain't gonna be good.
Oh,
niggas buttholes will be tight.
With that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. You guys take care.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.